Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Jennifer. If you're new here, I make videos about all things motherhood. So a day in the life of a working mom, meal prepping, meal planning, grocery hauls, things like that. Anything pertaining to motherhood. So today's video is going to be 16 baby girl names that I love but won't be using. So let me explain a little bit. I have a 3-year-old daughter. Her name is Braylon. So as you can tell, we like unique names that aren't common. But since I only have one daughter, you might be wondering why I'm sharing baby names that I won't be using. I have a long list on my phone of baby names I have since high school. And some of them my husband has vetoed, like strong no. So I'm going to be sharing those because I still love those names, but we won't be using them. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first name is Aubrey. I don't know if any of you used to watch 16 and Pregnant when it first came out. I can't remember if it was the first or the second season, but one of the girls on there, Chelsea, for those of you who remember, named her daughter Aubrey, and ever since then it's been on my list, and I just thought it was really pretty. And Aubrey means, looking at my list over here, Aubrey means noble ruler, which could be a good name meaning if you're into that thing. If you're into that kind of thing. Sadly though, since then Aubrey has become more of a common name, probably because it was on television. So I didn't want to use it because, like I said, we like names that we aren't going to have two of the same name in my kids' class. So the second name is Reagan, and I would spell this name differently. I will put it on the screen below. I love this name. I can't remember where I first heard it, but I just think it's really pretty. Reagan means little king. I guess this could be a girl's name or a boy's name. I personally wouldn't name a boy that, but I think it's really pretty for a girl. It has become a little too common, similar to Aubrey, so we won't be using it, but I still think it's a really good name. The third name is Leia, and yes, it's from Star Wars. My husband and I both love Star Wars. I don't know that I could actually name my kid this, which is why it's on our no list. My husband would go for it like automatically, but the connotation of being a Star Wars name, I don't know that I could actually do it. I might use it as a middle name, but I do think it's a really pretty name. It's very feminine. Leia means weary, which I don't really know where that meaning comes into play with a Star Wars character because that doesn't really fit, but it means weary. The next name is Eliana, or I would call her Ellie for short. I don't know where I first heard this name, but I heard it again on NCIS because one of the agents' name is Ellie. It's not Eliana, her name is Eleanor, but I heard Ellie and it made me think of this. I just think it's a really pretty and feminine name. My husband wasn't a fan though, so he added it to our no list. Ellie means my God has answered, which I think is a really cool name meaning. So if you're into things like that, this would be a really good name to use, and it's really pretty and cute. The fifth name is Tinley, and my husband automatically vetoed this name. He said it was too weird for him, but I think it's really cute. I can't remember where I first heard it or something. It might have been on a name list when we were looking for Braylon's name, but I just think it's really pretty, and I will put 2 different variations of how you spell this because I don't know which way I would spell it. You could spell it either way. Tinley means burnt clearing. So probably not the best name if you're a big fan of name meanings, but it is a cute name. The sixth name is Hadley. And I really like this name. It was on our yes list until my cousin had a baby and named her Hadley just a couple months ago, which is fine. It's not a big deal. I have plenty of other names to choose from, but we took that off our list for that reason. She spelled it differently than how I would spell it, so I will put both of them down below. Hadley means heather field, so it's a pretty good name meaning. The seventh name is Avery, and I can't remember where I heard this name either, but I just think it's really cute and pretty. My husband wasn't a fan. He grew up with somebody whose last name was Avery, so he couldn't get rid of the connotation there, but I thought it was really pretty. Avery means ruler of the elves, so probably not the best name for people that are into name meanings. I don't know how they got that. It seems kind of random for this name, but there it is. The eighth name is Bailey, which means law enforcer. I guess they got it from bailiff. I don't know. I'm just throwing things out there. But I think Bailey is a really, really pretty name. I would spell it differently than how most people spell it, and I'll put that down below. But I just think it's a pretty name. It has become a little bit too common for my liking, so we put it on our no list. The 9th name is Echo, and I know some of you are probably like, that is weird. I thought so too at first. I had a little girl in my after school program when I worked at a local school, and her name was Echo, and at first I thought it was the weirdest thing ever, but it grew on me as I kept saying it and talking to her and stuff. It grew on me, and I kind of liked the name. My husband automatically vetoed it. He said it was too weird, which I understand, but I still think it's a really pretty name. And obviously we all know what the meaning of Echo is, so I'm not gonna say. The 10th name is Piper. And also when I worked at that school, I worked in the preschool, and I had a little 2-year-old named Piper, and I just thought it was the cutest name. It's not too unique and out there, but it's not too common either. You're probably not gonna have 2 kids in the same class named Piper. And of course, Piper means pipe or flute player. But I just thought it was a really cute name. It would make a cute middle name too. The 11th name is Ada. And if any of you follow Thomas Rhett, he named his little girl Ada. And that's where I first heard the name, and I thought it was really pretty. It's feminine sounding, it's vintagey sounding, which is why my husband didn't like it, but I liked it. Ada means noble, so it has a really good name meaning, and I just thought it was really pretty. It would also be pretty as a middle name. The 12th name is Scarlett. I really like this name. There was a little girl in my church in West Virginia that was named Scarlett, which is where I first really heard it and paid attention to it. We also have a little girl in our church now named Scarlett. But I just think it's really pretty. My husband's not a fan of color names, so that's why that got vetoed. But it would make a pretty first name or a middle name. The next name is Paige, which means page to a lord. Obviously, I would spell it Paige. I think it's a really pretty name. My husband wasn't a fan. He said it sounds too weird, kind of like Echo, like page in a book. He couldn't get over that connotation. So he vetoed it, but I think it's really pretty. The next name is Layton, and I heard this name from an Instagrammer who named her daughter Layton, and I just thought it was really pretty and feminine sounding. My husband said it was too out there for him, which I don't understand his thinking, because some of the names that are on our yes list are still a little out there, and he likes those. But that's beside the point. Layton means meadow town, so it has a pretty good name meaning, and I just think it's really pretty and cute. The next name is Lennon, which means lover. And when I worked at that preschool that I mentioned before, I also had a little girl named Lennon. They spelled it L-I-N-E-N, but I would spell it L-E-N-N-O-N. And I just thought the name was really pretty. I also know a singer by that name, so I'd heard it before. At first I thought it was really weird because of the way they spelled it, but then when I saw the other spelling, I thought it was more normal, I guess, and unique, and it's just really pretty. But my husband couldn't get over the like linen, like sheets, blankets connotation. I don't know. And the last name is Kezia. I don't know if any of you follow Danielle Walker on Instagram. She makes cookbooks, like Against All Grain is one of them. She has an autoimmune disease, and she makes cookbooks about not using like grains and dairy and stuff, but that's not important. Anyway, her little girl is named Kezia, and I just think it is really cute. I'd never heard it before, which makes it unique, and it's not like too out there, but my husband wasn't a fan, so he vetoed it. But I just think it's really pretty. And Kezia means cassia tree. I think I'm saying that right. So a type of tree, and it would make a really pretty girly name. Okay guys, so that is all the names that I have for today. I will be doing a video with baby boy names that we won't be using. I will say that our boy names are a little bit more traditional than our girl names, so if you are looking for unique boy names, you might not get that from my next video. But stay tuned for that. I'm sure you can get some baby name ideas or inspiration from that. And thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to give it a like and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a video. Bye guys.
I saw you from across the room. When our eyes met, I never knew that I could feel it.